One of the challenges of being a man in today's society, for one, most of us start off without having a strong male figure in our life growing up. So the mannerisms and the things that we should do once we become men, we learn at a later stage in life, probably later than somebody who has a strong male figure in their life. We adapt things in ways that prevent us from taking that next step forward to becoming a better man. As far as following a gang, which will put you in a bad situation and end up shaping the way you think of women, how you interact with your kids if you have kids. Some of us, well, I don't know if you can call them men, but some of us act like it's the woman's fault that we don't get to see our kids or things of that nature. We refuse to go to court. We act like child support is supposed to make up for actually being in your child's life. That's the wrong way to think of it. The courts can help you out. If you got to pay child support, then pay it. But still be a part of your child's life to show them things that you never got to, that nobody ever showed you coming up, period. It's things that you might have grew up with your mother, but it's things that only a man can show you that a woman can't show you. There's no knock on a woman, because I was raised by my mama and my grandma, but it was things that my uncles showed me that my father, he didn't show me shit anyway, but it was things that they showed me that if I had somebody there constantly showing me things, I probably would be in a better position, or I would have started off in a better position than I started off, because most of the things is like on the job training. You only learn as you go. It's okay to have feelings if you are a man. Like, you don't have to suppress your feelings. You don't have to fake the funk and try to be something you know you're not. It's okay to admit when you're wrong. Nobody has all the answers. But what separates a man from a boy is somebody who's willing to understand that they don't have all the answers, and is willing to accept that fact and search out the true answers. Is willing to take advice from somebody else, even if they're in a disagreement. Do the research yourself to try to understand the way they are saying it, and versus the way you was taught, whether you was taught from the streets or from another figure. At least you got the time to analyze it and understand, well, maybe that way is the right way, or maybe that way is not. Whatever can help you out to move forward. It's good to talk. Like, us men don't talk to each other more about ways we can grow, to help out each other kids to grow, to be able to communicate with each other, because most of us go through the same thing, have the basic same trials and tribulations when it comes to relationships, raising kids, ways of getting money, and whatever else you can think of that's along those same lines. Plus, then you also got to find different ways to deal with the justice system. Communicating about the justice system shouldn't happen once you are in a position where you gotta be forced to learn about it. It's okay to take time from Facebook or any social media to Google a whole lot of things. Google is there. We don't have to get a encyclopedia or a law book no more. You can Google anything and find out the right answers simply from your phone. Most of you probably watching this on your phone. It's the tools that's out there that most men seem to act like they're not there, and seem to don't want to use them. And building a relationship with your woman, to understanding that women go through problems too. So you got to be, I can't say submissive, but you still got to be willing to give some in order to get some. It's different nuances in life that would take us to a whole new level if we are open-minded and are willing to learn. You're not perfect. There's no need to try to be perfect. But the one thing you can do is try to keep an open mind and be willing to learn, to understand that learning is the next step to getting better. You should find out who you are within yourself first. Don't follow trends. Don't don't try to be the next somebody that you're seeing. Try to be the next best person of yourself each day. Because what that person has going on is not what you have going on. You can't try to be somebody else's. You can't try to live somebody else's life. You can only deal with you and your problems and try to get better with those problems to find a better way to deal with it. That's why I try to take time each day to analyze my train of thought, the way I process stuff. I've tried to read more books to just learn different things that I wish I was taught early in life. This is something that's me and my homeboy talk about a lot, as far as the only way we can grow is putting the problems on the table and then talking about the problems, trying to analyze his thoughts, the way he see it, the way I see it, and then come to some kind of compromise to understand that nobody's perfect. We're all flawed people. So even if you make mistakes, you still can go back and change those mistakes, but don't try to be so bullheaded about it that you don't want to take no for an answer. You don't want to listen to nobody. Everybody's judging you and all this and that. It's a judgment society. Everybody judges everybody based on what you are constantly doing. If you're somebody that's addicted to drugs, more than likely you're gonna have to show yourself first that you're not addicted to it before you can prove to anybody else. So if the way of you getting off the drugs shouldn't be based on what somebody else says. See, I wanted to I stopped doing it for 2 weeks, and look at you already saying I'm back on it. Well, challenge yourself to be off it for 4 weeks. Set up short-term goals to get to a long-term plan. It don't have to be where in 6 months I want to have $5,000. It can be where in 2 weeks I want to have saved $200. But your long-term goal is to get the 5,000. But if you're looking at getting the 5,000 first, that's a big mountain to climb. But if you look at where this week I'm gonna save 20, 40, them short-term goals will get you there, and it will be a better satisfaction for you to try to get there with the short-term goals in order to get to the long-term dream. I could go on and on, but I don't want to make a long video. Just give me your feedback. Tell me how you feel. And remember, tomorrow starts a new day.